All right, welcome back to the channel. We got two Premier League games taking place on Thursday, January 16th, 2025. We're going to go over each one of these games and give you our best bet. We've been gone for a little bit, but we are back and we are here to provide you with some more free winners. So get ready for it. Got my favorite team, Ipswich, going. We got Man United going. So these are two good games, especially this Ipswich game. But let's go ahead and jump into it and go ahead and give you these free winners. And first up, we got Ipswich Town going up against Brighton and Hove Albion, and two teams that I'm pretty fond of. Ipswich is one of my favorite teams, um, personally. Obviously, they're not one of the better teams in the Premier League this year. They are an up and coming team with Kieran McKenna as their manager, and they just did a deal for Jaden Philogene, but I don't think he's going to be available for this one. They do have a couple injuries with Sammy Smodics being out, and their attacking midfielder Amari Hutchinson, so that hurts Ipswich a little bit, but they're a team that's, I would say, a little bit on the up and up in terms of, their last game they were actually winning against Fulham, but then Raul Jimenez had another penalty. They actually got two penalties, Fulham, in that game, and they won or tied at 2-2. But they were coming off a victory in their previous game. So this is a team that's, gained some points in they're in a relegation battle, so they really needed that. Brighton, on the other hand, been drawing a lot of games, really started off hot, real hot, and you would have thought maybe they were competing for, a spot in Europe. Maybe that's not going to happen. They still have time to do some things, and they've always been an exciting team to watch. So I like Brighton a lot. I think. They can win on any given day. But looking at this matchup, they're without their top scorer and top playmaker, João Pedro, who twisted his ankle, I think, in training, so he's not gonna be out there. But they still have Matoma out there as a guy that I like, but it has struggled to score this year and was injury riddled last year. So they got Welbeck in the striker, in the nine hole. But this is a game where I like. I'm looking at a draw probably. I think that's going to be the most likely outcome. So I do like both teams to get on the board, both teams to score. But to increase that value, the value, it's not with the home side in this one, which is no surprise. Obviously, Ipswich is in a relegation battle. Brighton is not. They're more mid-table. Ipswich is fighting for the life, and that's why I like them to at least draw out of this matchup. They are fighting to get out of that relegation zone. Right now, they're in it. Actually, all three teams that came up last year are in the relegation zone. So I really don't want to see all three teams go down again. So yeah, I do like both teams to score. And I like Ipswich or draw. So Ipswich on the double chance plus both teams to score. And last up, we got Man United going up against Southampton. Man United coming off a victory against Arsenal in the FA Cup, and then they had a 2-2 draw against Liverpool. So they come into this matchup riding fairly high after a decent start to Amarin's stay with the club, and then they were kind of actually doing pretty bad, and now they seem to be stabilizing and actually on the ascendancy. I actually talk about Ipswich being on the up and up. I think in terms of being on the ascendancy, Man United, I like where they're at right now. They seem to be a club that's kind of galvanized, and they're coming together under Amarin's leadership. So yeah, I do like United's chances in this one, but that's not saying much considering the competition. All due respect to Southampton, but they kind of remind me of Sheffield United last year. Came up and just really just had a tough go at it the entire season, and that's kind of what Southampton's been doing. And this is a team and a club that's been a mainstay in the Premier League until just recently. Um, now it looks like they're about to go back down. I think that's almost a certainty that Southampton is going to go down, and we'll see them back in the championship next year. But they do have some promising players. Good Premier League player, Entire Dibbling, who is a player that is probably not going to be on their squad next year. Someone's going to want to buy this player off of them, and he's going to be he's just Premier League um, caliber. So, but just looking at him, he's a good player, and he's definitely on the up and up over there at Southampton. So, that's one of the bright spots for this club. It's hard to find many, but they do play and they are able to score. I've seen a couple cracker goals from Cameron Archer this year. The kid's a good player. He is a Premier League caliber player as well. And I do see Southampton getting on the board. I mean, um, Diego Dallo is going to be out of this game, who's one of Man United's best defenders. We're going to see Lenny Yaro, who's a good young defender for Man United, and they were real big on him over the summer. Bought him from Lille, so we'll get to see him play. But this uh, United backline is known to concede a goal or two. I at least see Southampton getting on the board once, and that'd probably be it. But as I mentioned previously, I do like United in this game. Looking at the best bet for this one, I'm going to look at Man United on the money line plus both teams to score and get that at 165 at BetMGM. So that's my best bet for that one. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all I got for you. As always, if you like this content, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you know, we're trying to grow the channel. I haven't been posting as much as I'd like to. Been a little bit lazy on that end, but also been a little bit busy on that end. But as I mentioned before, I'm really gonna start working on getting together videos where, these are plus 100 bets for all of these bets that I provide so far. But I'm gonna be working on providing at least two bets, one that's lower risk, one's more plus 100. And then also moving forward, I'm gonna start doing some more like reaction type videos where I'm going to be, and those videos might get a little bit controversial, but oh well, I always try to keep it respectful, but I am going to be doing some more like commentary, like reaction type stuff. So you'll see that you'll be able to check that out moving forward. But if you like this content, please do comment down below. Let me know what you think about these bets. If you're able to make some money, um, you know, please do consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that alert button, and liking the video. But we'll see you next time. Hopefully back for the games on Saturday in the Premier League and elsewhere uh, with European football. We got Champions League coming up next week, and then this weekend we also have NFL playoff football that we'll be covering, and of course the national championship. My Ohio State Buckeyes going up against Notre Dame. That should be a good one. So we'll be back for all of it. But until then, see ya. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.